Osaro's scream shattered the silence of the cemetery as the corpse inside the coffin twitched. Its stiff fingers jerked, its lips trembled, and its wide, lifeless eyes seemed to bore into his soul. He stumbled backward, his heart hammering against his ribs. Chief Omoregie chuckled, his voice low and sinister. "Do not fear, Osaro. This is the price of greatness." Osaro wanted to run, but his feet felt glued to the earth. The corpse moved again, its mouth opening slowly as if struggling to speak. The moonlight cast eerie shadows over its pale face. And then, in a voice that was neither alive nor dead, it rasped, "Take my place." A surge of darkness enveloped Osaro. His vision blurred, his scream swallowed by the night. The last thing he saw before blacking out was Chief Omoregie watching him with a smile of satisfaction. The next morning, Osaro woke up in a lavish penthouse, his body draped in the finest silk sheets. Gold jewelry adorned his neck and wrist, and wads of cash lay scattered around him. He sat up, gasping. Had it all been a dream? Then he saw Chief Omoregie standing by the window, his reflection not appearing in the glass. "Welcome to your new life," he said, his voice dripping with pride. Osaro was now rich, powerful, and respected. Businesses bowed before him, and his name carried weight. But at night, the nightmares came. The corpse's voice whispered in his ears, "Take my place." Shadows moved in the corners of his room, and when he looked in the mirror, he sometimes saw eyes that weren't his own staring back. His mother, Mama Osaro, noticed the change. "My son," she pleaded, "tell me what you have done." Osaro avoided her gaze, brushing off her concerns. But deep down, he felt the weight of something unnatural clawing at his soul. Then the deaths began. People close to him vanished or turned up dead with expressions of horror frozen on their faces. Osaro tried to ignore it, drowning himself in wealth and luxury. But no amount of money could silence the whispers in the dark. One night, he returned home to find his mother lying lifeless on the floor. Her eyes were open, staring just like the corpse in the coffin. The air around him turned cold as he fell to his knees, screaming, "Mama! No, no, please." A cold wind swept through the room, and then he heard her voice, but it was distorted, layered with echoes. "My son, what have you done?" Osaro's mind shattered. He staggered back, his vision twisting. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him, but everywhere he turned, he saw shadows moving, voices calling his name, the corpse whispering, "Take my place." Meanwhile, Chief Omoregie sat in his mansion, sipping expensive wine, untouched by guilt. But then, the lights flickered. The air turned heavy, and a deep chill crawled through his bones. A voice came from the darkness. "You destroyed my son." Chief Omoregie turned, his face draining of color. Standing before him was Mama Osaro, but her form flickered like a dying flame. Her eyes burned with supernatural rage. "You took my son's soul, and now you will pay." "No, no," Chief Omoregie gasped, stepping back. But the room closed in on him, the shadows twisting into hands that reached for him. The ghost of Mama Osaro loomed closer, her voice shaking the walls. "Confess." Chief Omoregie fell to his knees, sobbing. It was a ritual. A dark bargain. He took the wealth, but the spirits demand a price. "I only guided him. I didn't force him." Mama Osaro's ghost let out a wail that shattered the windows. "You will suffer as he has suffered." The spirits descended upon Chief Omoregie, dragging him into the abyss. His screams echoed into the night, and then, silence. Osaro was found the next morning, wandering the streets, muttering to himself, his once proud face twisted in terror. His wealth was gone. His mind was lost. And his mother, the only person who truly loved him, was dead. His story became a warning to the young and desperate. Greed has a price. Some riches come with chains that can never be broken. If you enjoyed this terrifying story, subscribe to my channel for more spine-chilling tales. Don't miss out on the next nightmare.